Oh yeah, I know Ethan. Like me and Ethan really built a relationship because last year I played the role as in like bigger than what I am necessarily. I played more
Mm-hmm.
of a like big man in 4-3-4 role. So
Mm-hmm.
I got to know Ethan and Dane and Casey, like those guys in my like in our respective position group. We got to know each other very well, know where we like the ball and how where we succeed on the court and things like that. And then plus throughout this whole spring and summer, I've seen him work, he's seen me work, and we've been playing a lot together, noticing like how that's gonna gel because we already know each other off the court as great friends, and now it's just on the court, just realizing now with the new role I'm in and the excelled role he's in, just figuring out how that's gonna work. I think as we get more into it, get more comfortable to it, it's all gonna flow in nicely. But that's what I expect, and shouldn't expect anything less, really.
Okay. All right. So bear with me on this question. I got some analytic numbers to throw at you, but I'm going to start by saying, as a freshman at the D3 level, you were a stat stuffing machine. I won't go through all the numbers, but trust me, your numbers look LeBron-like. Contrasting your role, and is it Willamette? Am I saying you're D3?
Willamette. Yeah,
Willamette.
Willamette. Yeah.
Okay. You were more of a perimeter player, more of a shot creator than you were last season at Eastern Washington. So last season, you mostly scored around the rim, and you were fantastic on cuts and transition in the post. And in those categories, according to Synergy, you ranked above the 92nd percentile for points per possession on all three of those categories. You didn't take many jumpers, 40 to be exact, but you were very efficient with those shots as well. 88th percentile for points per shot. So now I'm specifically going to ask you, what kind of Cedric Howard are we going to see this year? Is it going to be more of a wing type of player? And like what kind of things in your offensive game do you think we'll see? More ball handling, more shooting? Give me, let's talk some X and O's.
Oh, well, definitely more on the perimeter, a lot more ball handling. I'm put in a position now where the ball is going to be in my hands for a lot more, like a lot more than it was last year. Now that I'm comfortable in the offense and at the D1 level, I played before. We played all sorts of competition. So really, anything you throw at me, I've seen before. But now it's just in that excelled role where I'm now a ball handler, organizing offense, like being a floor general, really. So that's pretty much what you're gonna see, and but also a mixture of the D3 and last year's D1. Like I still wanna don't go away from what I did last year because it helped me succeed, and that's having high motor, being as the phrase they call a dog on defense and a dog really on the rebounding boards, but also what I brought to Willamette as in a shot creating aspect, being able to get to my spots, being able to be efficient still and put up higher numbers than I did last year.
Excellent, excellent.
Because you talk about what you can do in the defensive end. In our opening for you, we talked about all the numbers you were putting up in a bunch of different categories. You're a Swiss Army knife that can do a whole bunch of different stuff on the court. But if you had to pick one overall aspect of your game that you think is the most underrated or underutilized, you can do so much. But what do you think is the one thing that you want to show a little bit more this year that you think you bring a lot more value than people give you credit for?
I think that's tough because I think people have a good grasp on my versatility, and I think that's pretty well spoken. But like you said, most of it was on the defensive end. Now I think it's offensive minded. So this year, what I want to get to is probably show more of my playmaking, and not playmaking as in getting assists or stuff like that, but getting my shots, but also getting my teammates involved too. Like I think I was pretty efficient last year on, making the right pass and stuff like that. But now it's got to come off of me coming off a ball screen, me coming off of, stagger, stuff like that. As a guy, not only as a threat to shoot, but also as a threat to realize if he doesn't shoot and he drives to the basket, somebody's going to get a shot. Somebody's going to get a good shot. Whether it's him or one of my teammates, we're just going to find the best possible shot. So really, that's probably what I want to show now.
Okay. I'll kick you back over to Rich then. Love that answer.